The Brew House was created to capture and share with you the long history of the Genesee Brewery, but the brewery itself isn't half as interesting as the beer and the people who make it. Visit GeneseeBrewHouse.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rochester Press Box presented by the Genesee Brew House. I am Dave Yates, sitting in for Bill Puckle this week. Joining me this week is John DiTullio. John, great
Dave,
to see you.
Great to have you here. What did Mo Lewis take out Billy? I call you Tom Brady.
I couldn't get a passport. I couldn't get a passport. I'd be in London like everybody else in the Rochester media.
Yes. All right.
Also sitting in this week is Mr. Duffy, Pat Duffy. Welcome.
Hey, guys, thank you for having me. Can I say, jacket game on point today, everybody.
It's looking good.
You guys look great.
No collar, though. What's with that?
I'm a rebel.
There you go. Living outside the box.
Yeah.
There you go.
That just happened.
Dan Moriarty, welcome, man.
Appreciate having me.
Oh, this will be a fun time. Let's start off talking a little bit, Johnny. Let's talk with you first about this time of year. You've got baseball playoffs. You got NFL hitting full stride. You got hockey and kicking off. Is there a better time of year to be a sports fan?
I love the change of seasons, as you can tell. I'm on board with this. It's all about pumpkin. But it's great. You've got, baseball, we're going to talk about later. Heroes, every October, heroes are born, which I love. We're seeing it, what's going on with the Mets. And then, you've got now, can LeBron finally deliver a championship to Cleveland? That starts, in about a week? We're almost at the midway point of the NFL season. Now, the NHL is underway, although the Sabres are off to a slow start. Just the fact, how about Montreal undefeated for the first time in franchise history? So you can't beat this time of year. If you're a sports fan, this is our time. This is your time. I love it.
How do you pick?
Well, that's just it. A decade ago, this would have been great. Now, you can sit here, you don't understand this. The rest of us, we got kids, right? We got families.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a diehard Sabres fan, diehard Bills fan.
Sure.
I'm a Blue Jays fan. So I got all that coming together right now, plus preseason basketball, which I love watching. So I'm literally getting screamed at every night at about 7:30 as my kids are running around the house, my 3 and my 5-year-old, and I'm doing nothing to help. And it's usually about 3 or 4 screams before I get up and do something. So right now my life is a nightmare because I'm trying to follow everything on Twitter, and I can't do it because I'd much rather be watching this stuff. Getting older and being a diehard sports fan I'm finding is very rough.
I wish I was your age now. If I was single at 28, it would have been unbelievable.
No.
With the ticket and with Twitter.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
Getting nothing done.
My life was a mess then.
What about you, Dan? I mean, it's tough. It's tough to find that balance, though, sometimes being in the media and being a fan, trying to watch it from a quote-unquote fun perspective, isn't it?
Well, first of all, I didn't know he was a Blue Jays fan. I think there's going to be a bunch of those guys coming out of the woodwork, especially after the way the last 20 years have been.
I got a Todd Stottlemyre jersey. I'll show it to you sometime.
You got everybody's jersey.
That's true.
You've got a cave full of jerseys.
That's true.
Speaking of caves, I have a man cave, so I got all the TVs up on the wall, so it comes in perfect this time of year when you've got, whether it's Monday night and there's a football game and a baseball game going on, or Thursday night we could have that as well. And in those types of situations, I don't want to miss anything, especially, baseball in October, you can't miss a pitch. Yeah. If you miss a pitch or miss a play, you may miss out on the biggest part of the game. So, you got to set yourself up so you don't miss anything. And like Johnny said, even though he's never on Twitter does come in handy this time of year, keeps you up to date with everything that's going on, even if you're not able to watch.
I didn't know my wife was on the show today. Hi, Deb.
Nice you could join us. That was good, John. That's real.
Trying to find the game sometimes is maybe the hardest part. Trying to find a baseball playoff game, forgetting what channel it's on. Well, that may be the hardest part.
They're not a part of your rotation.
No.
we have a rotation as sports fans, and you get used to that. And nothing against TBS or even Fox Sports 1, it's still new. It's just not a part of the typical sports fans' rotation. Maybe eventually it'll get to that point.
Right.
But you can't accidentally fall upon a baseball game.
Well, it's like this. It doesn't make any sense. I've been watching bad Yankee games all summer forced on me on network television. Now let's take the most important games and we'll put them on a channel that nobody's ever heard of before.
Correct.
That's brilliant. Let's do it.
It's baseball.
A lot of brilliance out there. Hey, we're going to be back talking NFL and the Bills right after this.
For over 25 years, Hillside Works Scholarship Connection has empowered youth to embrace their dreams of college and careers. Thanks to a dedicated staff and employment partners, every year Hillside helps more than 4,000 young men and women move closer to their life goals. The Buffalo Bills Quote of the Week was brought to you by the Rochester Geico Office. Give the Rochester Geico team a chance to see how much you could save on all your insurance needs. Call or stop by the office on West Henrietta Road, open Monday through Saturday.
Welcome back. That was our Geico Rochester Quote of the Week. John, what do you have to say about that?
I'm not cranky, but cry me a river. Go over there and win a football game. I think inconvenience. Most teams, well, how many teams are going to do it this year? 6 are traveling over there. Go over there, win a game, and then you're on vacation for a week. Way to look at it. Go beat a stank Jacksonville team. Way to look at it.
Not a bad gig.
Right?
Time now for our Hillside Family of Agencies Picks of the Week. Starting off from London with Mike Catalana.
Fellas, you didn't think I was going to forget about you, even though I'm all the way over here in London. I'm at The Grove. This is the place where the Bills are staying this week. It's about 40 miles outside the city. It's a beautiful facility. Doesn't exactly scream NFL. We'll show you behind me. There's the pool, which isn't getting a lot of use this week. And, of course, beach volleyball. That's not what the Bills are worried about. They actually have really nice practice facility here and locker rooms, and the players seem to like it, and they're staying here pretty much the whole time. All right, you want picks out of me for this week? I tell you, I'm nervous about the Bills because they are banged up coming into this game, but they need it so desperately. I'm going to take the Bills and lay the points out. I think the defense will wake up. I think Rex knows they have to be more aggressive. So I'll take the Bills giving the points. And as far as my other game this week, I hate to do it to my Eagles, but I think they're in a tough spot going to Carolina on a Sunday night after that win over the Giants. So I'll take Carolina giving the points against the Eagles. British Toby and I are having a lot of fun here in London, getting ready for the game. We hope you are back in the States. And, of course, the weather makes us feel like home. Guys?
All right, thanks, Mike. Bill is off this week. His picks, though, he is taking the Bills over the Jags at Wembley Stadium, and he's also going with the Rams over the Browns. John, how about you? What do you got this week?
I've got I'll take the Bills, laying 5. If they don't beat stank Jacksonville, then chaos will ensue in Western New York. Jaguars 0 for 31 since 2011 when they lose the turnover battle. They're one of the worst sports franchises.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it. So this is a must win. They better go and beat Buffalo or go and beat Jacksonville. And I'll take the Rams coming off a bye, hosting Cleveland, laying 5 at home. I'll take the Rams. Big game.
Well, Johnny, breaking news, they can still win the game but not win by 5 points.
I'm just saying, I think if you would have listened, I said the Bills are going to win this game and they cover as well.
Okay.
I said they're going to win the game.
I think 5's a lot of points. I think this is going to be ugly like the Tennessee game. A lot of these games that are over in London are ugly. I think the Bills do win, but I think 5's a lot of points.
Johnny, I think you would have taken care of this kid a little better, overreacting like everybody else does because of one bad Tennessee game and then a game against a team that's pretty good in Cincinnati.
I don't think it's overreacting.
Oh, it's overreacting at its finest.
Look, there's a lot of injuries out there. I think it's going to be an ugly game. They win, but I think they win by less than 5.
I look at it this way. Not only do you have the motivation, well, the stat that you dropped, that when you lose the turnover battle, boom, Jacksonville's going to lose that game. There's extra motivation we're forgetting about because things have been so crazy.
Yep.
You have your brand new head coach going in to coach against a guy that could be the head coach at Jacksonville if you blow them out in London, that being former Bills head coach Doug Marrone.
He may be hired Monday.
And you have guys on that Bills team who despise Doug Marrone. We were at camp. You've been there before. You guys were talking.
Yep.
These guys hate Doug Marrone. They came out publicly and trashed this guy in training camp. You don't think they want to lay a little extra wood on this Jacksonville team? A Jacksonville team that's already not good to begin with. Now throw on top of that, you've just squeaked out a game against a bad team and lost to a good team, and you have a head coach that's looking to do anything he can to show people that he's for real. Yeah, Buffalo wins, and I'm going to say they win by 15, Danny. 15.
Blake Bortles been sacked 17 times. Let's rush 4 this week. Can we rush 4? Not drop anybody. Rush 4. Bortles a sitting duck.
All right, Bills, Rams, Bills.
Bills, oh yeah, Bills big.
Who else you got?
Oh, I'm going, Miami is getting 4 points against Houston.
Nice.
They favor Miami by 4 points. What are you, nuts? Is that Vegas overreacting to a guy that's never had coach before getting one emotional win last week? It's the Dolphins. Now, I understand that the Texans aren't very good, but you know who else isn't very good? The Dolphins. Not only are the Texans going to cover, they're going to beat Miami. Houston over Miami this weekend.
I'm going to go with Carolina over Philly. For people who saw that Monday night game, I mean, Philly blew out the Giants, but they didn't play all that great, and they've been up and down all year. I love what Cam Newton's doing with the Carolina Panthers, so I'll go with Carolina over Philly.
And I'm going to go against the grain. I'm actually taking Jacksonville. I think the chaos has started in Buffalo.
What about these guys?
I'm sorry. don't like it. I just see it being the
3 and 4 at the
wheels
bye,
are coming off.
hosting Duffy's Dolphins in 2 weeks. Holy cow! Wow.
And I'm taking the Patriots over the Jets.
Okay.
The Hillside family of agencies 9-3 on the season with their picks, and their picks this week will be made by Karina Rodriguez, the care coordinator for youth and families in therapeutic foster care in Bath, New York. Her picks, Buffalo versus Jacksonville. She is taking the Bills and their second NFL game. She's agreeing with me. She's taking New England over the Jets. And once again, that segment brought to you by Hillside family of agencies. When we come back, like it or not.
As we go to break, it is time for the Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning Trivia Question of the Week. When you're searching for a local heating and air conditioning contractor, look no further than one of the most reliable teams in the area at Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning. Is called Turnbull at 343-2005. As we come back from the break, time for the answer to the Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning Trivia Question of the Week. When you're searching for a local heating and air conditioning contractor, look no further than one of the most reliable teams in the area at Turnbull Heating and Air Conditioning. Just call 343-2005. See New York in a whole new way. Amtrak is offering a 15% discount for all travel inside New York State and to Montreal. Visit Amtrak.com for the See New York discount. Safe, comfortable, affordable, and easy. Amtrak. Enjoy the journey.
Hey, welcome back to the Rochester Press Box presented by the Genesee Brew House. I'm Dave Yates. Time for Like It or Not, brought to you by Amtrak. Enjoy the journey. Like it or not, John, let's talk about the Bills going to Buffalo. Let's talk about NFL playing internationally in general.
I hate it. I hate it. I don't like games over in London. I guess I know why they're doing it. I just hate it. I got to get up early. I'm going to sound like a snob here. Getting up early and watching the game.
9:30 is early?
I'm not a fan of it.
How do you feel
I'm not a fan of all the NFL going over to London. I'm not even a fan when Major League Baseball used to open up in Japan or Australia. Call me whatever you want to call me. I hate it.
How do you feel about kids on your lawn? How do you feel about that?
I don't like it.
I mean,
I don't like it. You like kids running on your lawn?
I don't mind. I got kids. Kids are running all over. You
My
got kids.
My kids are my nieces. They're allowed. Neighbors, got to ask permission.
I think it's time, right? It's time. It's time for an NFL team to play in Europe. Let's just get it done because you got all these people all season long. You got all these Bill fans trying to plan a trip out to London, and then next 6 different teams this season doing it. Just take the Jaguars. You move them to London. They're not drawing in their stadium. And it'll be a pretty cool thing for a minimum decade. You're going to sell tickets for a decade minimum without doing anything, putting a team out there at O2 or Wembley Stadium.
Good luck in getting a free agent. Where you want to go, Jacksonville or, say, Atlanta? Jackson or London or, say, Cleveland?
I don't know.
I'm opting for Cleveland.
You really? I think they went out for London. These guys nowadays, you take a couple of millionaire guys, you can live in one of the 5 greatest cities in the world.
Unless you're a single dude, you're going to uproot your whole family and take them to London for 6 months out of the year.
Let's look at it money-wise. You're going to be the first NFL franchise in Europe. Can you imagine the endorsement possibilities for just any run-of-the-mill dude to be the face of football in Europe?
And you thought the tax code is high in Canada. Good luck going to England.
Get off his lawn.
I'm just saying.
Well, we talk a lot about East Coast teams having to go to the West Coast teams having to go to the East Coast. How tough it is on those teams during that week. It'd be even that much more difficult if there was a team in London. I don't mind the one-game scenario. This really 9:30. You're bothered about 9:30. There's no way you actually are bothered by that.
That's why I don't live in California. I don't want to watch college or NFL football.
I can't wait to make some coffee, make some eggs, sit down and watch the game. So
I like my pancakes, and I don't like to be bothered.
9:30 game, 1 o'clock game, 4 o'clock game, Sunday night game. It doesn't get much
Good
better
luck.
than that.
No, married guys,
I actually think that's the best part.
Duffy and I will not be able to watch football from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m. It ain't going to happen.
I'm going to try.
Yeah,
I'm going to try to do
Good luck
that.
with that.
Wait, am I supposed to feel bad for you because of that?
Yes, you
when
are.
I'm sitting there watching every single game?
The unlovable. Oh, you good? He doesn't get it.
Do you think the NFL is going to be able to would be able to make a run against the soccer in Europe?
No, they won't. I think they'll be able to carve their own niche out there. The NFL, they wouldn't go there unless they know they can line their pockets. They can't. They'll never replace soccer. Never.
No, absolutely.
But they can line their pockets. They'll make it work.
Look how the MLS is caught. I mean, listen, the MLS isn't a monster thing here in America, but they've carved out their niches in cities. I mean, look, they sell out games in a stadium in Seattle that's an NFL stadium.
Sure.
And the NFL could do the same thing and faster in Europe if they wanted to.
Although, when are they going to take it seriously? When's the NFL going to take? When have they given London a good game? They gave them the Patriots one year, but they played Tampa Bay, and they blew them out 50-0 or whatever it was. They never give them a good game. Was the Bills-Jags ever going to be a good game?
I mean, we'll
the
see.
NFL, to me, I don't know that they're even all in yet.
No.
Give London a good game if you really want this to work.
They'll get a team in L.A. first. They need to take care of L.A. first, and then I think they'll set their sights on London.
And once again, that was Like It or Not, brought to you by Amtrak. Enjoy the journey. When we come back, unfinished business on Rochester's Press Box.
The Rochester Press Box Stat of the Week, brought to you by Cariglio's Pizza, with 5 locations serving the Rochester area. Visit carigliospizza.com today.
And you don't need to be Native American to realize it is offensive. And it's not politically correct. It's the right thing to do.
He was an idiot for throwing him that pitch. The guy's phenomenal. He had no reason to give him anything, especially a fastball to hit.
It's simply that these two guys, Ronaldo and Tom Brady, are too good looking.
I like it, just don't admit to it.
Everybody wants to hate on the best in the world. You know, he's here to stay, and he wants to build something big time.
The bottom line is, still nobody's going to like A-Rod.
Pumpkin excitement is back at Dunkin' Donuts. Pick up your favorite pumpkin-flavored baked treats and beverages like the new Pumpkin Macchiato before pumpkin season is over. America runs on Dunkin'.
Welcome back to Rochester's Press Box, brought to you by the Genesee Brew House. I'm Dave Yates, and now it's time for some unfinished business brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. John, what's on your mind?
The one thing I love about playoff baseball is that each October a hero is born. This year it's Daniel Murphy, who may not even be a Met come 2016. If you go back to the Mets' first World Series back in 1969, an unknown named Don Clendenin won the MVP. The list goes on and on. Heck, we got a guy named dubbed Mr. October, Reggie Jackson, in the postseasons that he had in 77 and 78. But an unsung hero, Bucky Dent. The list goes on and on. A one moment in time, Kirk Gibson's home run in 1988. Then you have the obscure players like Marco Scudero with the Giants just a few years ago, or David Eckstein in 2006. The list goes on and on. Madison Bumgarner. A star is born, a hero is born every October. One of the many things that I love about playoff baseball.
All right.
Didn't mention Dave Roberts there, by the way. Just wanted to point that out.
One stolen base. A guy stole one base. And
Bucky Dent hit one home run.
He is Bucky Dent, one home run, but in the 78 World Series drove in 7 runs and was the MVP. Bucky Dent.
Cork that.
Season. What are you, a Red Sox fan, Dave?
I think so.
Aaron Boone. A hero is born in 2003.
You left Bucky Dent's middle name out, by the
Listen,
way.
Kurt Schilling. Kurt Schilling's moment with the bloody sock. It gives you great moments. It gives you unbelievable moments.
Well, I'm looking at Johnny's sweater, and it gets me thinking about Syracuse basketball, which is right around the corner.
Thank you, Duffy.
Now, we have a nightmare situation for the Syracuse Orange, and it has to do with Boeheim's suspension in ACC play. There's no good that can come of this, and I'll tell you why. Hopkins, who's going to be taking over for Boeheim in 3 years, if he makes it 3 years as a head coach, is going to be coaching for him. 2 things are going to happen. Either Syracuse is going to do fantastic, and people may start calling for Boeheim's head because Hopkins is younger and less gruff and more adept to coach a faster game, or he's going to do horrible. And you're going to see the future of Syracuse basketball for 7 games in front of your face. And Boeheim is either going to be called to stay on longer, or nobody's going to want to watch Syracuse basketball in 3 years. I don't think we understood how damaging this suspension of the ACC is going to be for Syracuse. Because let's face it, either the guy does awesome and Boeheim's in trouble, or the guy does no good and the program's in trouble. How do you explain that to fans either way?
No. History shows when a legend leaves, the program dips. That's a fact. So Syracuse fans, watch what you wish for. That's all.
Well, Billy's not here, so I figure I got to get the Tom Brady mention in for the day.
Nice.
Tom Brady, 38 years old, is not only undefeated in the league right now, but defeating the unbeaten, Father Time. I mean, at 38, doing what he's doing, he might be having his finest season, and we're talking about one of the great quarterbacks of all time. And he's doing it while wagging his middle finger at Roger Goodell and the NFL. Now, I wonder sometimes, though, if the hate that we have in sports, I know Johnny loves hate, you say hate is needed in sports.
You need it.
But does it supersede our ability to appreciate what we're seeing in front of our very eyes? I don't like the Patriots. I'm a Bills fan. I'm not supposed to like the Patriots. But I can appreciate what Tom Brady's doing and what New England's doing. I just wonder if the rest of sports fans are able to appreciate the greatness that we're seeing in Tom Brady, especially the season that he is having. I'm not saying you have to join the dark side. Johnny, that's a Star Wars reference, by the way. But
really,
Tom Brady is having one of the great seasons he's ever had and one of the great seasons we've ever seen. Just take a look at Peyton Manning. It's getting ugly out there. Age does catch up to everybody except for Tommy.
There you go.
I don't think people are going to appreciate Brady until he's long gone. I really don't.
I'm never going to appreciate Brady.
No.
I've watched him live 30 or 20 times every time he's come to Buffalo. I despise him, and it's really easy to look young when the NFL lets you get away with pick plays, but that's a whole other half an hour.
Love
Exactly my point.
And you can't hit the
You guys are
quarterback.
making my point.
Favre had his best year at 40.
Something to look forward to.
It's a little nugget. So Brady still may have his. Brady still has. Maybe the best is still yet to come with Brady at 38.
It's like a fine wine.
I love it.
There you go. All right, thanks, guys. That was Unfinished Business, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Next week on the Press Box, brought to you by the Genesee Brew House, Buffalo Bills legend Jim Kelly will be on the panel. For now, though, this is Dave Yates sitting in for Bill Pucko. Thanks for watching.